I see something long absent in the sunken faces of passers-by. A glimmer of hope.
Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon, where we LP with our cool guy shades on.
Oh, God damn it.
So cool!
So cool!
Man, you know, that voice track from the Ancestor is a really shitty thing to say.
A glimmer of hope as you delete this save file and start a new one, because Radiant mode is coming out hopefully soon. I'm thinking about streaming that, but I think the big issue is how are we gonna measure up the revving to Radiant mode? But yes, Brigand 12-pounder. Sure is a cannon that's gonna take 8 years to kill.
Such an awful fight. I really don't like this boss.
It wouldn't be too bad if the boss didn't have 90% protection.
It wouldn't be so bad if you could also debuff it, but you can't.
Debuffing it would come across the same issue as the Prophet, where I could just neutralize its attack damage and forego the gimmick entirely.
That would be okay with me.
Ooh, the broken blade. Oh, Leppy is a happy boy.
Yes. I think that was part of my reasoning for getting Skippy on these recent episodes, because he gets a new fancy sword.
A new toy just for me.
Yeah. I want to get the other toy too, but money's getting a little tight since I'm boss rushing.
Aren't you doing regular runs in between these videos?
I actually, in between them, I've also been upgrading a lot of people, like Gluck Gluck. I know Skippy got one, Gluck Gluck got their ultimate weapon. I know one other person did. I think I give the Highwayman his ultimate gun as well. And that does really hemorrhage your money. And I also, I locked in a trait.
Of course you did.
And doing that really does take like a big fat chunk out of your wallet.
Just sell all the common shit you got.
I mean, it could still find use for like the...
No, you can't. You're never going to use the fucking Beast Slayer ring.
I'll eventually find a use for it, don't you?
You will not.
Yeah,
Why don't you sell... Yeah, there you go. Sell the camper's helmet. That's useless. I've never played this, and I can see that's useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of realized I don't ever use this fucking hat to the garbage with you.
Who gives a shit about better camping? I'll tell you who. Prince Noctis does.
Oh, I should catch up on Kuva's LP of that. It looks funny as hell.
It's an amusing game. It's amusing in the same way that, you know, that I find it amusing that hang on. That Kiryu, the dragon of Kamurocho, can get really into slot car racing, you know? Like...
Oh man, I want to play Yakuza 0 so bad, but I'm on PS4.
It's flexcellent, man. Like, seriously.
I'm gonna try to start getting into the series. Like, I'm really debating streaming Yakuza 1 soon.
The Yakuza games are so good. So good. Because, I mean, it's this, like, gritty crime story that's so deadly serious and the stakes have never been higher. But at the same time, it's like... No, you know what you gotta do? You gotta play dress up with the hostesses at your club.
Yeah, like, I think the best description of Yakuza is, like, imagine Streets of Rage with Deadly Premonition. Like, you have this gritty, dark crime plot, but then you also have the goofy side story in a cozy town of Kamurocho. Also,
Imagine Darkest Dungeon with a bunny suit.
yes.
Imagine Darkest Dungeon with the ancestor dressed as a banana.
Also, Skippy, I remember to get marching order this time.
Huh?
Or, I meant Chitlin.
Yeah, that was definitely me that was yelling at you about that.
Yeah, I finally get marching order, which is just 2 speed for everyone. Super good.
Yep,
It
that's
is.
right. You gotta get your marching powder. I mean marching order.
Now,
Marching powder. Yes.
Cocaine. It's cocaine, Chitlin.
Yes, exactly.
The answer is
Clearly.
cocaine.
oh, so that's what that box in the back of my supplies is. It's just a bunch of cocaine. Got it.
It's coke. Yeah. Why do you think that you guys are so energized and yet terribly unfocused after you camp?
Holy shit.
The wild whispers of heresy roused the rabble to violent action. Such was the general air of rebellion that even my generous offer of gold to the local constabulary was rebuffed. To reassert my rule, I sought out unscrupulous men skilled in the application of force. Tight-lipped and terrifying, these mercenaries brought with them a war machine of terrible implication.
It still blows my damn mind that thieves
Smell of
managed to
sulfur
steal a
and
fucking war
gunpowder
cannon.
hangs in the air. The war machine is close.
Well, ain't that always how it happens, though? You know, you have a problem with peasants, so you bring in mercenaries, but then somebody steals the mercenaries' cannon, so you gotta bring in guerrillas. And then, the guerrillas go nuts, so you gotta bring in lions. I mean, it's just a...
I thought you were gonna say the gorillas go insane, so you bring in the bananas.
A devastating blow.
so you dress the ancestor up as a banana and try to reason with them.
You can tell we're trying to fucking get commentary out of anywhere here, because this is gonna be one of the slowest episodes.
No way, this is great. We should expand upon why the ancestor might dress up as a plantain.
Them all.
Oh god, I remember playing a board game, Arkham Horror. I think there's an ape astral horror in that. To satiate my need to get all of the astral beings, I had to employ an outfit of questionable reliability.
Obliterated.
I really hate this new characterization of the ancestor.
Promises success.
Well, he's nowhere to be seen, he's fucking dead, so...
What do you hate about it? Is it that we're speaking ill of the dead, or is it that we're undercutting his air of palpable menace?
I just feel we should have more respect for our elders is all.
This man deserves nothing to be respectful for. He gave us an inheritance of evil.
Look, I'm with Wang on this. Honestly, ancestor or not, he still seems like kind of a dumb shit.
I mean, I'd sure hate to see I got a inheritance from my late uncle or grandmama, only to realize it's a fucking Cthulhu token. And be like, oh great, now this place is gonna become the next, what the fuck was that town?
Craypool?
No, not Craypool. No. What? Shit, what's the famous, town, the famous town in Lovecraft that Cthulhu takes place, that Cthulhu appears in?
Cthulhu never appeared in a town.
God, what?
Dunwich.
No, Dunwich was the,
Are you talking about Innsmouth?
yeah, Innsmouth, thank you.
That's Dagon!
Oh, Dagon, okay.
That was nowhere near Cthulhu.
I'm sorry, there's so many astral horrors out there, I can't keep track of them all.
Clearly in view. Or is it merely
Like, I've been binge reading Lovecraft, and I'm, like, taking in all that information at once is goddamn confusing.
Jeez.
Especially because Lovecraft didn't even have a clue what he was writing at the time.
Ooh, look at this.
Oh, I'd like to go back to the ancestor for a minute. I mean, and I'd like to defend my position that he's a complete asshole. is so like everything that he attempts to do always seems to backfire horribly. You know, it's like, oh, the peasants are getting riled up, so I'm gonna bring in this cannon, and then this shit happens. Oh, a small child witnessed my horrible crimes. Well, I guess I'll throw her into the ocean, but oh no, she's now a siren.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know?
I was gonna say
I'm gonna chase off this prophet, and then he's gonna tell everyone that he's goofy.
See, I was gonna say that the siren was a plan as calculated, but that is the point of it brought a fucking siren into the manor.
Yeah, man. You know.
He didn't originally have the plan to throw her into the ocean. He just needed another sacrifice, and she just happened to be there.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this child is hanging around in a most troublesome fashion.
I think
What should I give her some money and tell her to go? No, I'm gonna tie a box to her feet.
I think the necromancer goes as planned because we're only fighting him because what he does is he hired 3 necromancers, killed them, raised their bodies, and had them do more research. That plan did not go completely wrong, except for us where we have to clean up his mess.
That is true, yeah.
Wait, didn't he murder them after he learned everything that they could teach?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Or like, what about the inchoate flesh, huh? He's like, I'm gonna summon a little piglet, and then just, oh shit, it's actually some kind of meat puddle.
Well, that's the case for both. That's the case for both the Swine King and the Incarnate Flesh. Was like, I wanted to summon demons, and I used pig flesh. Oh, what the fuck happened? Oh well.
Oh,
I had a
somehow it
lot of
turned into some
failures in
freaky
this
pig.
particular endeavor, so I'm just gonna throw all the failures in a pile and have them congeal into a mass of horribleness.
See, he's an idiot. He's a dummy, and we're dummies for having to come in here and fix his stupid dumb mess.
You're not wrong.
Dummy!
The hag is kind of the weird one. The hag is kind of the weirdest one. It was just like, oh, I was doing, horticultural research, and then this woman approached me. But oh, was she getting ugly and mutated, so I just chased her off into the forest.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking ancestor was just there and he accidentally swiped yes instead of no on Tinder, and then he got stuck in this awkward date with her. And it's just, so it turns out you're some sort of like dirt woman from the forest. And she's like, I'm pretty. And he's like, I need a rescue text. And then she's just out there and she's like, I remember you. And it's just, see? He's a dummy.
Formation is broken.
Oh god. Okay, so that's necromancer. That's prophet.
Mm-hmm.
The crew was just, I employed a bunch of crew members to smuggle in bullshit for me, but then they wanted more money, so I drowned them.
Like, he couldn't afford to pay his cab fare, so he fucking set the cab on fire, and then he was all surprised when the cab driver came back from the dead to be like, you still owe me for that, and he's like,
It just comes back like, yo, I need more tequila, and you owe me money.
he's like, hey man, you didn't pay for your Uber.
Staunch the flow.
Oh, why are there so many fucking fights in this dungeon?
Gotta drag it out. It's more time for me to explain in pornographic detail how stupid the ancestor is.
I don't like the idea of explaining this in pornographic detail, because oftentimes I find porn goes into camera angles that are just unnecessary.
Unnecessary, or perhaps mind-shatteringly unnatural.
Yeah, exactly.
Give them no quarter.
Yeah, like, I don't know, I think half of the ancestors' plans go awry, the other half is like, what exactly was planned and now my stupid child has to deal with it, also fucking ow. Got shot in the chest for 25 damage.
Yeah, that's right. It's because you were wearing your locket with a cameo of the ancestor's face. They're like, we remember this asshole.
He never paid us.
We remember the stupidest man alive.
Decisive pummeling.
I might need to, at the end of this video, I might either have to use it as the thumbnail or at the end of this video, but I have this image of a newspaper that just says local man ruins everything, and it has the ancestor, like, in the beginning scene where he's just, like, contemplating. So I might have to use that image again despite using it before, because the ancestor really does just fuck everything up because he got bored.
It's the theme of this game. Just an incredibly stupid man finds some plans on the internet and decides that he's gonna try and make himself a nuclear reactor.
Look, I know the Ancestor finds some dumb knowledge, but I don't think you could consider forbidden knowledge from the astral plane as the internet. Oh. Actually...
It's about the closest we've got.
Yeah,
actually.
that's true.
Let me lay it out for you this way. Maddening, incomprehensible shrieks from barely human creatures
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the fucking internet.
At
somethingawful.com?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, I forgot to fix my formation, so my Arbalist is way out of position.
It's fine.
There we go, much better.
Yep.
Yeah, I consider myself barely human as well, which is why I'm so good at this game. I have access to all the forbidden knowledge of it.
That's why you always come up with such shitty plans.
I don't know. I think taking 2 occultists to fight a prophet is a pretty good plan.
Yeah, well, you know what? I bet the Ancestor didn't think that slamming a bunch of pigs together in a kiddie pool full of demon blood seemed like a terrible idea, but here we are.
Look, just like deciding to LP Darkest Dungeon isn't on the same level as actually causing the apocalypse, okay?
That's a good point.
I don't think Wang is to blame for every evil in the world.
Just most.
Just like every evil in my life, I blame Wang for, but...
Oh, come on. You didn't even have anything bad happen to you this Christmas. You can't blame everything on me.
I mean, it kinda did. Just not to me personally. But it definitely affected me personally, okay?
Wow, you're getting so many treasures. Look at all
Yeah, I
this.
can't fucking deal with this. It's...
Throw away the food!
No!
Throw away the food.
No.
Throw away the keys.
No. Well, yes.
Throw away one of those nuggets
Throw
of
away the
fossilized
food.
shit.
The food is the correct answer, Wang.
No, those nuggets of fossilized shit in the bottom right. Get rid of those.
No!
We like our shit nuggets, okay? They're worth a lot of money to the right buyer.
I really should have taken the crest, but what the fuck ever. I didn't need...
Who cares? Touch it.
Shitlin, you're gonna be so disappointed in me.
Oh
Touch. Ah, you...
I could not bring myself to fight 2 bosses at once. Any other
no. What if
time.
you touch the nodule? What is it? What's the nodule?
If you just touch it, nothing happens, but if you put a torch in it and you fight a mid-boss, that is absolutely fucking awful.
You should have done it.
I know, right?
I know I should have done it, but I had no confidence in myself.
No, Wang, you're a strong and spicy boy who can do anything that he sets his mind to.
Last time I tried to
Spicy?
fight... He's been using that description lately, but last time I tried to fight that, we lost to Vestal, who's right here, actually. That's kind of why I was sitting there like,
Yeah, the Shambler could have come back for her. It would have been great.
Would have been a great narrative, wouldn't it?
Welcome back from the dead, Lucian. I read this excellent plan in my ancestor's notebook.
Triumphant pride.
Throw away
I
the
think I'd like to
food.
give it a try.
You jerk.
We don't need the keys anymore. We got all the treasure in the fucking world.
But there's more treasure to get.
Treasure is so good, man.
Yeah, treasure's great.
It's the only reason to do anything.
Money can't buy happiness, but it sure can buy you a stupid child that will absolutely fix all your problems.
We'll see it once you have more keys.
By the way, I'm glad I didn't throw away the food.
Well,
Yeah,
not
you
all
would
of
have only
the
had
food.
8 food left.
Yeah.
That would have been fucking tragic, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, but then he would have gotten another hunger proc, and then he would have been like, told you so, pricks.
Yeah.
And we would have felt like pricks.
I feel like I should record a video of myself gloating.
I would not feel like a prick, just FYI.
Oh, you're much more confident than I am.
Oh, man. This scenario.
I mean, you can't even get marked. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, you can.
What's to worry about?
Oh.
What do you got there? You got two.
I forgot the witches could mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 2 Chaos Space Marines there, and you got 2 Muffin Men. You know,
The chaos psychers are the ones you gotta worry about, because in Veteran Up, their AI is like 60 to 80% more likely to focus down one guy. So you can
I can't believe you're getting groped by a Muffin Man.
Yeah.
Can,
Slice off his muffin top.
Did they really have to call it groping touch or whatever it's called? They could have called it something else.
But then you don't get situations where you're just yelling at the screen, "Stop groping my leper."
Speaking of Tinder.
That's a weird market.
I've been there, baby. I've been there. That's the thing I never thought I'd have to say, but here we are.
This is the big issue with the wield, though, and it is pronounced wield. I know
It is wheeled.
3 separate streams have said it's not pronounced wield, it's weld, and then people looked it up and they're like, "Oh fuck, we're wrong."
It's
Yep.
wheeled.
Yes.
It's Old English.
You want to know the best part? One of the streams had a developer on it, and the developer said it's not pronounced wield, is it?
Wow.
No one knows how to pronounce this place. Just rename it to Shitty Forest.
Nobody refers to anything as wheeled except like Yorkshiremen.
Well, this game is supposed to take place in not England.
I mean, I always thought it was more like not ancient Germany or something.
Germany, really? Like what's the logic on it?
I don't know. Like a lot of the look of this game just reminds me of like old Germanic folktales.
Yeah, I think that's just mainly a European aspect in general.
Yeah, maybe.
Really? Because I could have sworn that this was like, you know, old style, sort of fucking headless horseman era
Colonial
America.
As victories mount, so too will
So basically, this game is completely ambiguous. Is what we've established.
Goodbye, Onyx. Have like no room for
a
you.
fortune.
Oh, hello, a slight more bit of gold.
I have so much fucking money.
Yeah, what's the problem? Throw away the torches.
Really, I should, but I think I have a little bit more of a trek to go to where I could use those.
I mean, your torch would have lasted those 2 rooms. Then you could have rested,
Yeah,
and
that's
that
true.
would have refilled your torch. So you really had nothing to lose at this juncture.
Yeah, that's true. And I get another torch.
Yeah, there we go.
Go figure.
Oh well. I mean, like Sonic said, live and learn.
Hanging on the edge to tomorrow? Ugh. No. Fuck, it's stuck in my head now.
All hail Shadow.
I have not heard that song still.
Oh, it's so good.
Apparently not, because both you and a bunch of other people in the group I hang out with are telling me to watch that, so I know it's bad.
Like, All Hail Shadow is a legitimately good song. I will fight you to the death.
Well, then I will die never listening to that song. God damn it.
Stick to your guns, man. Stick to your guns. Don't listen to video game music. You should listen to cool jazz.
Yeah, don't be like me and put JRPG music in your D&D sessions.
Huh? Oh?
I mean, it was Wild Arms, so it's not. That's like the least JRPG thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. That's kind of why I like the music.
Like anime western is kind of a genre I'd never really considered.
Anime western is a genre I never thought I'd like. Iron Shitlin 2017.
Precision and power.
We've been streaming that thing for like 2 weeks.
You haven't finished that yet?
We are on the last quarter of the game, thankfully. But yeah.
Yeah, I haven't actually tuned into that stream for a while, so
Yeah, it's alright.
I don't know what you've been doing.
I'm just now thinking of this game with like a Western mythos style. I wonder if it would hold up.
No, it wouldn't. I'm gonna tell you that, like right now, that would not hold up.
Disappointing. Because I know there's a Diablo Western like, and that looked pretty cool.
Really?
Hard West?
Together,
Yeah. I know you were playing
Yeah.
Skippy.
vulnerable.
it's
Rats in a maze.
I
Not
thought Hard
very
West
well
was
done.
more like XCOM than Diablo.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. Also, here's where I realize I made the fatal mistake of not equipping a camping skill on the woman I just brought back from the dead. So we are right and proper fucked.
It's fine.
I
You're
mean,
okay.
yeah, with my track record lately, there's no possible way I'll get ambushed, right?
Look, I just want you to run to the collector one more time before this LP ends.
Yeah, I agree. I like fighting the Collector. It's a fun fight.
It is. It's a really good fight.
But the game's just stuffing me.
I want to see a cowboy up and fight the Shambler, for real.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's one thing I gotta get around to. Oh, by the way, I got ambushed.
Good, more loot.
Wow! Ah! Is this the first time you've ever been ambushed?
Yes.
Awesome!
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
I could have sworn we got ambushed in one previous video.
If we did, I sure don't remember, but yeah, an interesting thing about the ambush, once upon a time it used to give you half torch, now it gives you 0.
Yeah, it's great.
So stress damage is fucking rough here.
And you gotta fight these gloopies that all turn into more gloopies.
Yeah, Skippy, let me tell you about the 20-turn fight I had to take because they would not stop cloning themselves. Sometimes I hate this game.
Yeah.
I mean, just realize that all video games are inherently bad. You'll be okay.
Except for Diablo 2.
Diablo 2 and Mountain Blade Warband are the only things that escape that classification.
I don't know, I got a lot of games I like, and that's why I LP them. I don't know why people are so pessimistic about video games. I think video games are great. They're a cultural phenomenon.
Foolish horrors.
You get cool things like anime cowboys.
Driven into the mud.
But yeah,
Just go fight the cannon.
I'm working on it. I just had to fix my formation. Normally I would just risk not dealing with a curio, but that web has like a good 70% chance of just giving your character a minus speed debuff, so I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, you don't really have any means to mitigate that risk at all.
I don't think there's anything good from it either. It's either nothing or, hey, you get the speed debuff.
No, you get treasure if you use bandages to push the web aside.
Mm-hmm. I just mean without the band-aids. Also, this is an interesting scenario. I managed to get the jump on a boss somehow. Like, I didn't think that was possible, and it's technically not because the boss isn't surprised. It's just got the slowest speed in the game, period.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Seems like kind of a waste.
it's the cannon.
Yeah.
No bells, no whistles here, just, you know, shoot the matchstick men and then slowly whittle away this literal tank.
Yeah, I probably mentioned this before, but again, like 47 episodes in, the Leper and the Abomination are really, really fucking good in this fight.
Leper I can understand. Why A-bomb?
Because of Rake.
Is Rake 1 and 2 or 2 and 3?
It's 1 and 2.
Yeah, if you get the cannon on 1 and then the matchstick men on 2,
As the
yeah.
light gains purchase, spirits
Also, the
Good,
Abomination
good
is really
AoE
good at
surface
stunning the
is made
Matchstick
clear.
Man if you can't kill him outright.
Yeah. I prefer Mark teams just because, in general, the damage is better. The only
Yeah.
the only issue is that this is a light Mark team, in that I have one person that's good with marked, and the other one not only gets only 30% damage on a marked target, she's not actively hitting the marked target.
Yeah, you really should have brought a bounty hunter or someone else to take advantage.
Well, the mark was just kind of an afterthought because I remembered, oh, the grave robber got a buff and they could do damage on marked targets. I'll put a mark. And it didn't help in the long run, to be fair.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like that the Houndmaster mark or anything like that could even remove the cannon's protection, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's the worst part. I feel like if you're gonna have anti-prod, it should work on this guy, but it doesn't.
No, he's just a solid wall of steel you just gotta chip your way through.
Like, every boss has some way of, you know, mitigating its gimmick, feeling like you're clever, and then just kicking his ass outright. Not this guy.
Yeah, it's just a long fight, and like even getting all these pretty impressive crits actually. I mean, it's not really gonna help too much.
And you always feel like you're committed to killing the matchstick men.
Well, yeah, it's either that or risk a boom.
Yeah, you sure as hell don't want that thing firing at you.
Yeah, it's 30 damage across the board, I believe.
Imagine that, standing in front of a loaded cannon's a bad idea.
Also pretty high stress damage, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because a fucking cannon shot you.
I mean, to be fair, that kind of stresses me out, too.
Like,
I actually find it a little relaxing.
I sure do enjoy standing in front of this cannon, it says on Skippy's gravestone.
Like, oh god, what a day at work. Oh, now time to unwind in the only way I know how.
Now here's the worst part about this. We got a mark on it and the cannon's on rank 1 where the arbalist can't shoot at it.
Blind fire. Hope it hits. 50-50 shot.
But yeah, that's the unfortunate part of this.
Does blind fire even take advantage of the mark? I don't think it does.
No, only sniper shot does.
Yeah. So that wouldn't really help.
One thing this fight should have done, and I mean should have done, was make positioning more relevant. Because this boss always has like 100% move resistance. So you can move it, but moving it doesn't fucking matter. Like, I feel like if the matchstickman isn't next to the cannon, it shouldn't be able to fire it. That would be a great gimmick.
I remember a fight with this cannon where I thought I was really clever by pulling the matchstick man to the front. And he can still light that fucker.
Yeah, he'll just turn around and light the thing, why the hell not?
Yeah.
Like, if I look back on
Climbs into it and lights it from inside.
Like, if I look back on all of the boss fights, the Necromancer is countered by the Crusader. The Prophet is, if he reduces attack damage, he does nothing. The Siren is beaten by Holy Water. The Drowned Crew is beaten by Move Strength. Hag is just bring anti-human traits. Swine King is just, you know, bring an Arbalist with Flare.
Bring a skillet.
Yeah. Incarnate Flesh is aim for the heart. This boss has no way to trivialize it. It's just slow and dull.
Well, I mean, the flesh is countered by a dog.
I mean, I guess. I'm still not seeing it.
Technically 4 dogs if you really want to wreck the flesh's shit.
Everybody talks about 4 dogs, but I'm just like,
The fucking quad dog. The quad dog stratagem works, Wang.
I really wish I had the fucking space to do quad dog. You know, once Radiant mode comes out, I could demo a couple things for the LP actually.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like that just.
And then you'll come around and you'll be like, I'm just gonna quad dog forever.
That's all you really need.
Just quad dog.
It's finally over.
That wasn't so bad. Look at your health, look at your stress. You didn't do shit.
Actually, yeah, the boss did fucking nothing.
Like the boss itself was trivial. It's just so slow. Like every boss we fought is like 3 or 4 turns tops. This boss 10.
I mean, again, 35 turn fight against the cannon.
That
champion
was
tier.
Yeah. It's gonna get worse too.
I hate this fucking boss.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's
You
end.
had a inventory slot.
I freed them up
One
before
more
I got the
room.
boss. It was just, you know, the shovel and a buff item I'm never gonna use.
Yeah, but you had a free inventory slot. That's
But
the point. There's
I
more
got-
treasure to get, Wang.
There was only 1 room left, and I think it was a blank room. But yeah, we got the blasphemous file, so we're gonna do nothing else with a Plague Doctor ever again.
Great.
What little there is must suffice.
I don't know what caused this though.
Rough weather.
Yeah. But yeah, now that we're at this point in the game, all the veteran bosses have been defeated.
Hooray!
So now I have to go through champion difficulty. Champion difficulty is a bit trickier because now you have to go through a lot more of the dungeons in order to unlock a boss. Like, for, what's the term I'm looking for? For basic mode, a medium-sized dungeon would get you to the first boss in a lickety-split. For veteran mode, a long-duration veteran dungeon would have gotten you to a boss. For champion mode, I would need to do 2 long missions in order to get to 1 boss.
Jeez.
So it gets a little rough.
But think of all the money, Wang.
Yeah, and since we're at this point in the game, long missions bring up ancestor trinkets. Ancestor trinkets are fairly good. Like, they give moderate stat buffs at the cost of some stress damage, and a lot of them are really good. But some of them are also bad, like the mustache cream and the handkerchief.
I routinely go after the mustache cream every time I see it, because that's great.
Why? Why would you want mustache?
I never use the mustache cream, I just like having it, okay?
Are you a Dapper Dan man, Chitlin?
I am totally a Dapper Dan man. Don't get that fop shit out of my face.
That was such a good scene in that movie that I did not understand as a kid. I'm like, what the hell's fop? Alright, I believe this is where I start giving people more gear. Because I know Logical Fallacy gets his gun. It's just a matter of when. Because I'm such an indecisive prick. Also, I love how...
The rest of the video just staring at the screen.
Probably. I do like Highwayman, so I kind of spoil Logical Fallacy and give him full gear.
What are his weapons called?
His weapon is called
Thunder and
Thunder
Lightning.
Yeah, Thunder and Lightning.
Oh.
His armor is called Untouchable.
Uncatchable, which is nice.
Yeah. I'm also looking for a trait to lock. I believe I locked the Hellions speed trait. Because the music...
really don't have the money to be locking stuff in right now.
It's fine. It's fine for me to put a level 5 person in the sanitarium and spend like $8,000 to lock in 2 speed.
You need that money for level 5 weapons and armor.
I really do, but I'm just like, I should be locking in traits. Let's be a Frankenstein. But yeah, next time on Darkest Dungeon, we're gonna demonstrate champion level dungeons and how they're mathematically bullshit.
Oh yeah, finally we're getting to the good part.
See you folks next time.